Yes. Hello people, how are you? I hope you all are doing very amazing. So people, this video is for all my CMA final students whose exams are going to begin from tomorrow. Yes or no people? And in this lecture of 15 to 20 minutes long, we're going to cover two very important things. Number one is we're going to revise quickly all the important amendments that we have to study. And number two, people, I want to talk to you about something that is very important that every single one of my CMA final student should listen to. Okay? Now, quickly, without wasting any of your time, I will get started. So, number one amendment, people, let me tell you, before we start the amendments, most of the amendments we have already completed in our revision lecture. It's a quick revision. Okay? Chalo. Now, people, number one amendment is, when is filing with CCI mandatory? What are the thresholds? So people, there are how many categories? 1, 2, 3. Okay, and next is 4. So people, if it is enterprise level threshold limit, combined assets should be at least 2500 crores or combined turnover should be at least 7500 crores. After that, you have to get an approval from the CCI. Very easy. Okay, now if the company has got a global presence, then what is the threshold? Global assets should be more than 1.25 US dollars billion and assets should be at least 1250 crores. This is number one threshold. Or global turnover should be more than 3.75 billion dollars and India turnover should be at least 3,750 crores. Yes or no, people? If these thresholds are touched, you have to take permission of Competition Commission of India. Very easy. Okay. Now, who has got an exemption from taking an approval from CCI? So, people, if the target company, Zomato, is acquiring a small startup and that small startup's assets are less than 450 crores or turnover is less than 1250 crores, you will not require to take approval from CCI. Very easy. See people, example, if Zomato acquires a small regional food tech startup with turnover only 20 crores, it is exempt even if Zomato is huge. So people, we have understood enterprise level threshold, global threshold, small target. Now there is group level threshold. Okay. So people, group assets in India, if it is more than 10,000 crores or group turnover in India is more than 30,000 crores or worldwide assets is more than $6 billion with at least 750 crores should be in India or worldwide turnover is more than $18 billion with at least 750 crores in India, you will have to take an approval of CCI. Very easy. So in this, you consider parent companies, subsidiaries, entities with more than 50% shareholding or control all companies that function as part of a single controlling group. Everyone's threshold you will take into consideration. Very easy, people. That's it. Okay. The next is, this is a new amendment, people. Okay. Now, if the deal value, even if threshold are not crossed, CCI can still review the transaction if the deal value is more than 2,000 crores and target has got substantial business operation in India. I will give you one example. If Reliance Jio buys a tech platform for 3,000 crores whose revenues are low but user base is very huge, this must be notified. Very simple. People, you have to remember these thresholds. Definitely, it will come in your CMA final law exams. Okay, chalo. Now, next, people, promoters' contribution. We have already covered this. Let's quickly have a look over it again. In an IPO, promoters must contribute how many percent, people? At least 20% of the post-issue capital promoter have to contribute. We know this. Okay. Now, lock-in period is very important. Over here, amendment has come. Two situations. Okay. So people, if the company is not deploying 50% or more of the IPO proceeds in large capital projects, the lock-in period is only for 18 months, that is 1.5 years. Yes or no? But if more than 50% of the money is used in the capital project, then the lock-in period is 3 years. Remember this, people. This is for safety concern. Okay, the logic I have explained you in the SEBI revision lectures. Cool, people? So always remember, if more than 50% of the proceeds are going to be used over capital projects, the lock-in period is 3 years. If less than 50% is going to be used in capital projects, the lock-in period is 1.5 years. Very easy, people. That's it. Now lock-in for excess contribution. Any excess contribution will be locked in for 6 months only. Earlier it was 1 year. Remember this, people. Very, very important. Okay. Now FPO clarification. In the case of FPO, it is not subject to lock-in. We know this, people, already. That's it. So we have understood the promoter's contribution now. Okay, people. Chalo. Now let's move on to the next amendment. That is minimum subscription refund. Very, very important, people. If 90% of subscription is not received, you have to refund all the money to the investors within how many days? Within 4 days. Earlier it was 15 days. Very, very important, people. Earlier it was 15 days. Now it is 4 days. Cool, people? Okay. Now next is utilization of IPO funds. Monitoring now by CRA agency is still 100% utilization. People, we know this, people. If the IPO size is more than 100 crores, CRA must monitor how the IPO proceeds are used until 95% has been used. Now that 95% limit has been removed and 100% limit has been included. Okay, let's look over here, people. Yes. So people, earlier it was 95%. That, for example, if the IPO size is 100 crores, until 95 crores have been used, CRA must monitor how the proceeds have been used. This was the rule. Now, CRA must monitor until 100 crores funds have been used. Simple, people. Earlier it was 95%. Now it is 100%. Very, very important amendment. Okay. Now, insider trading plans. Let's come over here. So, if an insider shared a trading plan with the stock exchange, they had to wait for minimum how many months? 6 months before they start their trades. Now that limit has been removed. Now that limit has been reduced to 120 calendar days. Earlier, plan disclosed on 1st January, they could only trade after 1st July. This was the earlier rule. Now the rule is plan disclosed on 1st January, you can start trading after 1st May. Earlier it was 6 months lock-in. Now it is 120 days. You have to now wait. Yes or no, people? That's it. Very simple amendment. Now let's understand why SEBI changed this, people. I've also included this. 6 months was too long, so SEBI reduces to 120 days, which is enough for markets to absorb information without delaying the trades unnecessarily. Very easy. Chalo. Okay. Now, retail allocation, non-book building mechanism. People, do you remember while we were studying the SEBI regulations chapter, we understood how the shares will be allocated. In book building, we understood 2 cases. Normal book building, and number 2 case was when QIB demand is too much. Yes or no? Now, if the shares are not allocated based on book building, the shares are allocated based on fixed price mechanism. How will the shares will be allocated? We understood. Over there is a change in the allocation proportion. See, people, only for fixed price issue, not for book building, retail individual investors must be given minimum 50%. The remaining 50% will go to non-institutional investors, QIBs and others. Okay, so there is no fixed percentage for NII and QIB individually in a fixed price issue. They simply share the remaining 50%. But minimum, you should give how much to retail individual investors? 50% you should minimum give them. Earlier it was 30%. Very important, people. That's it. See, example is total public issue is 1 lakh shares. Retail individual investors should get minimum how many shares? 50,000 shares. Remaining 50,000 shares will be split among NII, QIB, corporates and other investors. That's it. Very simple. Okay. So people, now comes the most important part of lecture where we're going to understand the new limits under MSME classification. So people, before we begin, let me tell you that in your exams, 2 types of questions can be asked. Number 1 will be the institute might still be testing your old limits in your objective based answer. The institute will give you an objective based answer where all the options will be based on the old limits. So people, for that reason, you have to learn the old limits. But people, if a descriptive based question is asked, you have to write the new limits. I will tell you. So, objective based question. If the institute asks you old limits in your options, so you have to learn the old limits for that. But if at all you are finding the new limits in your options, you have to take the new limits. New limits in your options, you have to take the new limit. If there is no new limit, people, you have to take the old limits. That's easy now, people. And if descriptive based question is asked, you have to write the new limits. You have to write the new limits. Okay, this is the rule that I want to tell you. Now let's understand the limits, people. So earlier, people, for micro, the investment limit is 1 CR. Now the limit investment limit has been increased to 2.5 CR. Okay, and for turnover is, it was earlier 5 crores. Now the new turnover is 10 crores. Okay, for small, the old investment limit was 10 CR. Now the new limit is 25 crores. For turnover, the old limit was 50 crores. Now the new limit is 100 crores. For medium, the old investment limit was 50 crores. And now the new investment limit is 125 crores for medium. And for turnover, it was earlier 250 crores. Now the turnover is 500 crores. So people, I know it is difficult, but you have to learn the old limits also and the new limits also. It is very, 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 very important. Okay. So people, that's it. We are done. So quickly, we'll just walk you through what all amendments we have covered. Number 1 is when filing with CCI is mandatory, we have understood. Okay. Then new deal value threshold also we have understood. Then promoters contribution we have covered. Then minimum subscription period 4 days we have covered. Then utilization of IPO funds 100% we have covered. Inside trading plans, earlier it was 6 months as per trading plan, now it is 120 days we have covered. Retail allocation, if it is non-book building, minimum 50% we have covered. And then MSME classification we have covered. So over here our amendment part is done. Now I want to give you a very, very important advice to every single one of my CMA final student. Okay, see people. Now, sir, what is this? 2 circles, one important thing, understand the circle. What is the meaning of this? People, this is the most important advice that I would love to tell every single one of my student. Okay, and people have found it very, very useful. So I think you might also found useful. If at all it is useful, please let me know in the comment section. People, always remember, in your life, you will always come across two circles. Okay, what are the two circles? People, the number one circle is you will face a lot of thoughts, a lot of problems will come into your life. Okay, now if we classify all the problems into circles, one circle would be those circle where your concern is there. Okay, concern is there, but you cannot control that. Example is how difficult the exam will be in your exam. You might be stressed upon that. Is it in your control? No. Second concern will be the pass percentage is so less for CMA final. Will I be included in that pass percentage of student? That is again, is it in your control, people? No. And number three is, will you pass or fail in your CMA final exams? Is it in your control? No. So all those things which are not in your control, you should not give even a single second to that thought. You should not give a single second to that thought. Always remember, people, this circle is all those things where you don't have control, but it impacts you. That is called as circle of concern. But there is one more circle where you should always focus 100%. Whatever problems you're able to classify in that second circle, you have to focus on that. You have to tackle that problem. You have to think about it. What is that circle, people? That circle is, people, circle of control. Circle of control. Those problems, those challenges, those things which you have 100% of your control. Example is preparation. So 100%, if you have poured your heart, if you have poured your soul into the preparation, you don't have to worry about anything at all, because that is in your control. So whatever things are in your control, you have to focus on that. You have to focus on that challenges. Every aspect of that circle, you have to focus. You have to think about it. You have to waste your time on that. But you don't deserve to waste your time on anything that is outside your circle of control. Why am I telling you, people? If something you cannot control, but you keep thinking about it, it's unnecessarily going to cause you stress. It's unnecessarily going to cause you anxiety, which is going to take away a lot of your mental capacity. So don't even give a single second on those aspects which are beyond your circle of control. This is the one advice that I would love to give to every single one of my CMA final student. Okay, always focus on your circle of control. Do not ever focus on anything outside the circle of control. Okay, people. So that's all from my side, people. All the very best, people. You are going to do amazingly well. You have poured your heart, you have poured your soul into your preparation. I don't have a doubt that you're going to score amazing marks in your CMA final exams. Okay, so that's all, people. Eat well, sleep well, study well until your exams are over, and take care, people. Take care of your emotions, take care of your body until your exams are over. This is what is going to be the most important asset until your exams are over, people. Yes or no? So that's all, people. That's all from my side. Thank you so much for watching, people. If you want my notes, you can simply click in the description link below. You will get my notes. That's all, people. Okay. So thank you so much for watching, people. I will see you in the next one.